and Meghan feel that they're simply being rewritten out of history. What do you make of that? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company today. And as ever, I hope you're all keeping well. Yes, still got that frog in my throat. Thank you also for the very kind comments, That's what I like about this community. We are a community. We should look out for each other. And also I love the fact that you like the story about Raffles, loosely based on that. I do know, as some people did write, that, Raffles didn't steal from the poor. I know the story. I was just basically saying this particular incidents are happening in really expensive hotels. And, for those of us that say sometimes do afford ourselves that luxury, as I say, going for an afternoon tea or something, don't get put off, because the minute you turn your back, that's it, isn't it? It's gone. And I loved a lot of your references of, they never take their eyes off their things, sit with their bag. I'm the same. I sit with my bag right in front of me, wrapped round my arm, and you think, I should be able to enjoy this thing and realize this is the world we're in, isn't it? Shocking when you think about it. Whatever you're doing today, lots of love, keep safe and look after one another. Now, back as ever to your breaking world story of the day. This story, as ever, really centres upon that recent visit of Harry and Meghan back here to the United Kingdom. Strange visit when you think, because, as I say, lots of hype around it, didn't really go anywhere, did it, when you think about it? And they just looked thoroughly miserable. In fact, I did admire Meghan's acting ability in St Paul's Cathedral. She never let the mask slip once. That was incredible in itself, and I thought the makeup was a little bit too heavy to what she normally wears. Don't know what look she was going for on that particular occasion, perhaps masking the tears, who knows. But I did say, and I do stick to this, and I thought she looked, good in that outfit, whichever way you look at it. I know some people said she looked a bit frumpy, but you never know what you're going to look like until you see pictures back of yourself. So let's be kind at least, on that particular front. But this all really centres upon that alleged meeting between Her Majesty the Queen, or should I say Our Gracious Majesty the Queen, and Harry and Meghan out at Frogmore Cottage, and the elusive picture that nobody's ever seen, which was supposedly taken of Her Majesty with her namesake Lilibet. And apparently this is the big reason, one of the reasons why Harry and Meghan decided to, disappear rather abruptly. In some respects you can understand this, it wasn't going their own way. They figured, what are we doing here, And as ever, we have to say allegedly, they came along, they did their duty. As I said, I thought they remained rather quiet in many respects. But now, according to a good source out in the US, allegedly, they feel that they've been rewritten out of royal history. And let me explain. You see, as we told you recently, the fact that they decided to release that picture of their daughter to the world was simply a sort of kickback, if you like, to say, look, here she is, this is what you're missing out on. And, you can understand that, proud parents, I get it, But by not having a picture with Her Majesty the Queen, according to that good source, it appears that both Harry and Meghan feel that their daughter is going to be rewritten out of history. And this is because, if you think about it logically, when are they next going to return? When will the opportunity be there to have a formal portrait with our gracious monarch? And at 96 years old, they have to look logically at that. So will, of course, their daughter, Lily, ever truly get to meet her great-grandmother again? Very strange, isn't it, when you think about it. Now, moving forward, of course, the palace still refused to confirm either way whether there was a meeting or not. They do admit that there was a private, shall we say, a private moment together. I think that's the best way I could describe that to you. That wouldn't be a lengthy meeting, that wouldn't be an official portrait meeting, or indeed a snap picture. Now, the story goes that their official photographer, Misson Harriman, was there ready to record this moment. Again, that wouldn't happen, as we said before, because you just don't do that with the Queen of England, It's just, the monarch, the Queen of the Commonwealth. It's just not done. You don't just pop up with your own photographer. So again, one wonders what Prince Harry was thinking. Perhaps he thought, on an off moment, they could get that snatched picture, which would have been incredibly useful. Not to be. So for now, it does appear that the ex-royals are seemingly looking at being totally ex-royal. So for now, yes, they are, as they say, being removed from royal history. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.